do not, I repeat, do not try psychedelics until you watch this video.
Ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough, ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you, baby. Listen, baby.
Good. Today's video is going to be about psychedelics. Psychedelics. If you don't know what that is, it's like another term for medication or medicine or herb, something that's going to get you to the next level, get you high, take you into another realm. So I'm not a really big smoker, but I do love my edibles. And usually when I have edibles, I never do more than half. I might do half of a half, you know, or half. And so this time, Jess and I were eating, and then she decided to heat the edible up. So if you know me, you know that I love to warm my pies. Like Little Debbie's, I'm a heat my cake up, you know. So she decided to heat it up. I don't know if that has something to do with my episode or what, but she decided to heat it up. So we heat the brownie up, we cut it in half. I eat my half, and then she is full, so I ended up eating her piece. I said I wasn't going to do it, but you know, I ate her piece. And you know, at first I felt fine, I felt normal, I felt good. The crazy thing was, I always loved the edibles because it automatically sends me into that calmness, that highness that you know, that effect that I like to get, where it seems like when you smoking, I don't really get an effect, so I don't really, you know, care about the smoking part. So anyway, I felt good at first. What was different this time was I started feeling like nauseous or funny or whatever. So I laid down, and when I laid down, I had this feeling like I was back in kindergarten. Like I remember drawing. I remember a lot of the drawings that I drew when I was younger. And so I started seeing the drawings and remembering how I drew them, and I was in that moment. So I felt overwhelmed because in that moment I felt a sense of peace, happiness, and excitement. Naturally, just like blissful. And I felt overwhelmed because I was like, oh my gosh, this is how I felt when I was like 5 years old. And I remember sitting there and drawing this picture, and it was like, because I would draw the same thing over and over again as as a kid. I was very artsy. So I felt myself drawing. I felt the emotions I had when I was a kid. So I was like, dog, I see why kids are always happy or they can't stay mad all the time, because naturally they feel happy and excited all the time. So I felt good about feeling that. And then all of a sudden I started feeling like I was just like floating away, like leaving this world. I couldn't see my physical body floating away, but I felt like my spirit was like trying to eject. And I woke up saying, mission abort, mission abort, mission abort. And I was like, what the hell? So then I started saying things like switching the point. So we looked up switching the point, and it had something to do with a play, like a soccer play. I never played soccer. So that was crazy, but I remember the angles, and then I remember saying right angle, left angle, and when I was saying that, I could see a person sitting in a chair, and I could see the right angle and these different angles in the person, if that makes sense. Oh, sorry y'all, I was saying all kinds of stuff. I remember saying, like, I think I learned this in 5th grade, the common root, right angle, left angle, the common root, switching the point, lucky point. And when Jess looked up lucky point, the crazy thing is like, it's a place in Louisiana, I believe, called Lucky Point. It's a place known for paranormal activity. You know, like strange things happen in this place called Lucky Point. That was crazy. I felt like I was shaking, which Jess said I was shaking, but I wasn't shaking as bad as I thought I was shaking. And I started feeling like I was, you know, about to die. The crazy thing was I could see everything. And it was like I was looking at myself, like I was taller than I was, because I was looking down at my physical. You know, basically I was standing over myself looking at everything, and it was like everything is fake. That's all I can remember thinking, it's like, this is all fake. This house is props. You know, we're characters in this movie. This is all fake. It was just crazy. It was crazy. So that was an experience that I do not want to experience again. The feeling of feeling like everything was fake and feeling like I was leaving this world. What I got out of it that was positive was, I believe that it took away any kind of fear that I might have had about death. Because I was like, if people feel this way when they are transitioning, that feeling of peace and excitement, because I felt like everybody that I loved was around me in some sort of way, and we were just spirits, and I was just floating away. I was just drifting off, and I was about to wake up. It felt like my life, that I had known it, or that I know it, was just a dream, and I was about to wake up. And you know how you have those dreams where you know you're dreaming and you're about to wake up and you're telling yourself, remember this point, or if I wake up, remember this? That's how it felt in my waking life. So it was scary, because it was like, I don't want to leave this life, because my life is pretty decent right now. And, you know, I still got to have my baby. Me and Jess are doing really good. It's so much things that I want to do. So I'm not ready to leave right now. I remember just saying that I was praying, and I was saying, please don't take my soul. Don't take my soul. I'm not ready. So I went to sleep, and I woke up around like 3:20, and I felt like myself again. I did feel spooked still, but I knew that I was back. So that was my experience with edibles and the psychedelics. What was your experience? Have you had an experience? Some people use psychedelics to get to that realm or another realm, or to meditate. I was just using it to feel good, and I took too much, more than I usually ingest, and I had an experience. So, yeah. What was your experience?